Good morning again, Justro. I got another barn I want to show you. This is what we call the Levi Dickson barn. And it's in disrepair a lot. You know, they just use them till there ain't nothing left of them and pretty much let them fall or tear down or whatever. But I don't know if this would be the same vintage of the barn from the bowling farm or not, but I know the rafters are a lot the same with the poles and what have you, but we'll take and go up here and look. You can see it's kind of twisting out there a little bit. I'd say I don't know if that's where they've put hay in, or I really don't know what that would have been. I don't know how they'd have growed much hay or up in these hollers, but man, don't know for sure. Some kind of an artifact, as my dad would say, up in there. Whatever it is, I don't know, but we'll look here. This right here is, you call it a casing house, we call it a stripping room here. That was a stripping room on this farm. This farm used to be the Levi Dickson place, and my great uncle Allie Milt Flannery, he bought it from the Dickerson, however you say it, heirs, and he owned about 330 acres up in here, and took and built that little shanty or whatever you want to call it. But that was where right there's where I had my first job, my first money-paying job for somebody other than family. Well, he was family, but when I got out of school, the first job I ever had after I graduated was stripping tobacco in this room here, in this stripping room. And first $100 bill I ever made, I thought I was flying. And that's a crib. I know you've done a lot of, but I don't think that's a very old crib. I kind of wonder about that roof line, how it kind of goes up and down. But I'll look in here and show you. He's got it steered off, or steered, listen to me. Got it boarded up here where you can, he loads cattle in and out of here now. But they took and built this one level here, and then if you can tell, you know, went down with the grade of the land and kind of graded it out. And there was a loft here. Of course, you know, I wouldn't get over in there. I'm not 330 pounds, but anyway, that's what they done. And of course, they tiered it off. But I think these barns was always tiered off for tobacco. I know you said the ones in your video, they tiered them off later. Of course, you're all the stock barns more or less, but they never done that kind of major wheat or hay production here, really. And you know, that's a lot of these was white oaks they used, and red oak and chestnut oak, and a lot of that kind of wood for the poles, and then the lighter wood, of course, for the pot, you know, for the rafters. And I don't know if I'd have wanted to stood on them little old tier poles. I don't know what you weigh, Justro, but I know I wouldn't have. But now they sure done it. Hung tobacco on them and just done what they had to do with what they had, you know. And of course, there's stalls on this upper side, and these are more modern, I think, than what yours was. I don't know what all them buckets was for. These, not my great uncle, but the man that married my aunt afterwards, always was told that he moonshined or bootlegged, and we got to looking around in here after he had passed away, and there's old holes and stuff dug out, and they said that was for healing up his taters. But I would think it would be probably more in line for hiding these shine and whatever. But anyway, he had hogs in here, and you can see a few water facts. That's a hay hook, and them's some old. I don't know what them little pair of scissors are. Them's old, and you know how it is. You out in the woods and the creek banks and find stuff, and they've hung it up. We do the same thing. Somebody left their coffee cup there hanging, sitting. But you know, they built a ladder. It's not as elaborate as the Wiley barn you showed, but I just wanted to kind of show you the different architectural designs, or the cheap way that we got people around here got away. And like I said in the video comments there, they take, and you know, you can spend as much or as little time as you wanted to on building this thing. And Wiley took his time, built it right, and it's still standing. And you know, these barns here they might be 100 years old or more, but you know, they're going to be pretty. They've not been kept up, and it's just a cheaper way. But that's what they could do and how they could afford, I guess, at the time. But my dogs killed about 3 groundhogs down here this year out of this barn, and so I guess it makes a good habitat for them. There's if you can see that on that post, that's the redneck security system, which works very well. But just wanted to take and kind of show you around this barn, and let you know there was a little loft up there too. I forgot to say that. They put hay up there. I don't know what this thing here with the crosses, the squares are. I don't know what kind of tool that would have been, if it's anything old or not. This right in there. But it's up there, and it's hard to say if you get to digging through the stuff they've piled in here what would be in here. But of course, this is all saw lumber on these floor joists, and they're pretty wide. I don't know if this hasp here open or not. No, he's got it screwed down there. He's got buckets or something. It's just the same kind of glass, you know, what you was talking about in your videos. But, well, Just Joe, you have a good day, and we'll holler at you next time. God bless you.